Stay right where you are, because PokerStars.net is giving away a total of $100,000 in cash to you, the viewer at home. And there's only one way to grab your piece of the pie. That's to watch $1 Million Challenge, which starts right now.
Welcome to PokerStars.net $1 Million Challenge. One hand, one card, one chance to change a life forever. On the line, $1 million. It's poker like you've never seen before. At the center of the action, a man who will be your best friend and possibly your worst nightmare. Poker superstar Daniel Negreanu. First, he's on your side, helping you defeat a group of celebrity defenders and some of the best pros on the planet. Survive, and ally becomes enemy. Daniel now stands between you and a shot at becoming a millionaire. One hand, one card, one chance to change a life forever. This is PokerStars.net $1 Million Challenge.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to PokerStars.net's $1 Million Challenge. As you can see, the house is rocking, and trust me, this is a poker game show like you have never seen before. In the end, one of our lucky players is going to have a shot at $1 million. Now, inside our mysterious isolation booth right over there will be the secret to winning all that money, but more on that in just a bit. Now, not only do the players here have a shot at big-time money, but our viewers can cash in at home as well. Here to tell you more about that is my co-host, Michelle Nunes.
Thanks, Chris. If you're already a member of PokerStars.net, you're all set. If not, grab your laptop, get the free game software at www.pokerstars.net, and wait for a big announcement later in the show. There's $20,000 on the line tonight, and you could win from the comfort of your couch. So stay tuned. Chris, let's play some poker.
All right, thank you, Michelle. It is time to meet our first player, and he is a 35-year-old manager in the music business from Northville, Michigan, a former college football and basketball player. They call him the Nigerian Nightmare. Let's give it up for Olusegun Adomiwa. Oh, he's got a little strut to him. Ah! What was that? What was that?
Just a little bit something, you know,
Okay.
a little bit dance thing. You know?
All right, please give me a nickname that I can call you so I don't have to butcher your real name again.
Just call me Big Mike.
Big Mike.
Yeah,
Okay, fair
we can do
enough.
like that.
All right, a former college athlete. You actually had a cup of coffee with the Dallas Cowboys as well, right?
Most definitely.
What year was that?
97.
So after the Super Bowls, were you there for the partying at least?
Not really.
Okay, you missed
Wish
out
I
on
could have been
that
there
too.
for that too.
Okay, so we're going to have a big-time party if we win $1 million, all right?
Most definitely, most definitely.
But it won't be easy. Here to help you beat these talented players, let's bring out your coach, Daniel Negreanu.
What's up, everybody? Man.
Daniel, welcome. You've been involved in poker shows before, but not one quite like this. A very different role for you, right?
No, usually I'm just playing for me. But here, I'm going to coach him in the first 2 rounds so that he can get to me so I can make some money for my charity after I beat him in the end.
So that means that in the 3rd round, you guys would play heads-up poker. Easy. Easy. First things first, he is your coach in the 1st round, and then in the 2nd round if you do make it that far. But first, you got to take care of our celebrity back there. You ready to meet him?
Who's the celebrity?
Well, he had rushed for more than 13,000 yards in his NFL career. He was a 6-time Pro Bowler, a Super Bowl champion, a future Hall of Famer. Let's welcome the boss, Jerome Bettis. I don't know. Do we have even weight distribution around the table here? This is 2 big guys going at it.
We should.
All right, a couple things to keep in mind, Jerome. Daniel is Big Mike's coach, okay? He can give him advice. He can't peek at his whole cards. He can't look at your cards. Also, Big Mike, you have 1 timeout to utilize at any point during the match.
Okay.
You all set?
Let's go. Let's get it.
Jerome?
Bottom line, Big Mike, you know what that is?
Yeah, I know. Can we put that in the pot?
That means I'm a champ and you're a chump. And you going down.
It is time for round 1 of PokerStars.net $1 Million Challenge. Jerome is playing for the Bus Stops Here Foundation, which benefits troubled and underprivileged kids. If he wins, $5,000 go to them. Looks down at ace-5 offsuit.
I'll call.
He makes the call. Big Mike, playing for a trip to the Bahamas if he wins round 1, looks at ace-10 offsuit.
All right, you called me a chump, so let's raise. All right, let's go to $3,000.
Wow. He's not messing around.
Big Mike making it 3,000. And Jerome makes the call.
Just like that, huh?
To the flop.
Look at his poker face.
3-10 jack. Big Mike checks with middle pair. Jerome checks. The turn, a queen.
Really?
Big Mike checks. The bus, sensing some weakness. Even though he has only ace high, he's going to make a play.
3,000, huh? 3,000 back at you.
But Big Mike does have the best hand, but does he know it?
You gotta have a piece of that, right?
Most definitely.
Most definitely.
Well, he has a bigger piece than the bus.
He doesn't have to have nothing. Look at that face.
Daniel seems to have figured it out. Big Mike makes the call.
Okay, that makes sense.
We go to the river card. 7 of diamonds, no help to the bus. Mike checks. Jerome still with only ace high. Let's see what he does.
You watch a lot of poker movies with that stare down. He's giving him the eye. You do, I know you do.
Jerome's gonna need to successfully bluff Mike off this pot in order to win. Remember, he bluffed on the turn and Mike stuck around, and he's counting on another bet. The bus pushes out 6,000. Big Mike checking his cards again, not looking too happy with third pair, but we know he has the best hand.
What do you got, ace high?
I fold.
You got ace high?
Nope.
You didn't have ace high?
Mike folds and Jerome shows the bluff.
Check out Jerome with the big bluff.
A big bluff and a big pot for the bus.
Ace 10.
Wow.
I thought he got the queen on the turn.
There you got the queen on turn.
Nice hand.
Thank you.
Damn. See, I knew he was a real player. That was a super advanced move right there. We call that double barrel bluff. Not only one barrel, but you fired 2 shots at it. If you fired just one, you would have lost the pot.
Not a good start for Big Mike as Jerome takes the early chip lead. Here are the rules for $1 Million Challenge. Our player faces a celebrity with Daniel coaching him at the table. Win round 1, you get a trip to the Bahamas. Round 2, you face a pro. Daniel will still coach you. He can see your whole cards, win the round, and pocket $25,000. Then it's decision time. Do you keep that money and go home, or do you risk it and play Daniel for $100,000 and perhaps a shot at $1 million? And remember, Daniel's pulling for you. The only way his charity makes any money is if he gets you to the 3rd round.
So you got you got kids, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, how many
I got
kids
a
you got?
4-year-old daughter, 2-year-old son.
2 years old? Yeah, I got a 14-year-old, and I got him playing football now. So,
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he's 14.
What position?
Defensive end, like I play, you know what I mean? Yeah, so.
Jack 3 for Big Mike.
Yeah, I was going to
call.
play defensive end. Except I was about 100 pounds shy, you know?
Mike makes the call. Jerome looks down at pocket 9s. Looks like he is still gonna step on the gas, remain aggressive, counting out more chips. He's gonna raise to 10,000.
Is he making it?
6 more.
6 more?
Big Mike looks back down at his cards. This call would be for most of his stack.
Time out.
All right.
Jerome's gonna have to wait because Big Mike has called his only timeout to confer with Daniel backstage.
Getting to be that time, huh? All right, so what do you got in your hand?
Okay. I have Jack 3 suited.
Suited, okay.
So what I'm thinking, the blinds are going up. You know, he did a little bit of bluffing, but I don't think I should make that
Okay,
decision.
here's the thing. He raised an amount now where it's going to commit you for the most part.
Exactly.
You could call and see a flop and just try to get lucky there. But he probably has you beat right now, but you could still try to do that. Or if you want, you could fold this one and then now really just start to push every time you got a chance and start to be aggressive.
I think that's what we're going to do. Start being aggressive because that's what's getting him. I think I can put him on tilt.
You really got to do that because at this stage, winning those blinds,
Yeah.
that's how you get back in the match.
Exactly.
All right?
That's what we're going to do.
Okay.
All right? No problem.
Poker superstar Daniel's advice is to lay this hand down and then come out strong.
You got this.
Ultimately, it is Big Mike's decision. Let's see if he listens to his poker coach.
So did you get that expert advice?
Yeah, I got a little bit of expert advice. So,
I got you figured out now.
what we're going to do, we're going to fold this hand.
Mike listens to Daniel.
Wow.
You got a big hand, right, Jerome?
No, I don't.
Garbage?
You know,
Little something,
I had a small pair.
Hey, that's a good hand. Had him in bad shape. Unless it was a pair of deuces. No, you had a pair of fives, right?
I was better, a little better.
All right.
You beat me up here, Jerome. So it's got to be all ins now.
Big Mike does need to get it going. He's down 3-1 in chips, and he is staring down at 6-3 off suit.
I'm all in.
Oh, and he's pushing all in.
He's got
Jerome, ace-5 off suit.
I call.
Makes the
All
call.
right. All in moment. Ace. Okay, you still got a shot. 6 or a 3. I still like your move. I know you got garbage, but you could still win.
Absolutely. It's poker.
Big Mike's going to need to catch a 6 or a 3 to stay alive. The flop, 9-8-9. No help.
Paint.
We need a 6 or a 3, okay?
Hey!
6 or a 3. Jerome's got the best hand. We need some help.
To the turn. It's a king.
Paint. He's calling it paint.
He said paint, 6 or 3, and I'm out of here. Let's go.
6 or a 3, that's what we need.
Let's go.
Big Mike is now 1 card away from going home. Without a 6 or a 3, Jerome will take down the match and get $5 grand for his charity. The river, a 7.
Oh, I thought it was a 6. Man.
So Big Mike is done, knocked out by the
Good match,
bus.
man. You played good. You played good. You know what you're doing.
Come on up here, Big Mike. Come here. Come on up here. Jerome, come on up here, man. You're not the first defensive end that's been rolled over by the bus, so do not feel bad. Do not feel bad. Jerome,
it was definitely he played a good game. You know, it's hard to read him.
you know what threw him off? You smile too much. You smile on every hand, whether you got junk in there or whether you got a great hand.
See, the key is to not give him any body tells. With Daniel, you know, right there, he's trying to pick up on all of that. So I'm really paying attention to that and just making sure that everything is pleasant. Everything is pleasant.
Well, congratulations on winning $5,000 for your charity. Jerome, good job. All right, the journey toward maybe $1 million begins for somebody anew. That and more when we come back.
If you want to be a contestant on PokerStars.net $1 Million Challenge, log on to the website, www.pokerstars.net. There are free qualifying tournaments every day. Welcome back to PokerStars.net $1 Million Challenge. Here's your host, Chris Rose.
All right, our next contestant is a 31-year-old salesman from Raynham, Massachusetts. His nickname is The Truth, just like his main man Paul Pierce of the Boston Celtics, but he says he is known to bluff. Please welcome Brian Barbosa. Brian, how you doing, buddy?
Very good. Yourself?
I'm doing great. I don't know if you've noticed, but a pretty successful sports decade up there in the Boston area.
Absolutely.
The Celtics a couple years ago, Patriots with 3 Super Bowls, Red Sox a couple of World Series rings. You going to continue the trend, I imagine?
It's been a good decade. We're going to try to keep it going with this. Absolutely.
And then where are we going to park the car?
Park the car at the new mansion I'm going to get with that $1 million.
I like it. I like it. Ready to take that first baby step toward $1 million?
Absolutely. I'm ready.
Let's meet the celebrity you're going to be tussling with in the first round. You've seen her on the hills. She was the Playboy Playmate of the Year in 2008. And with apologies to Daniel Negreanu, she's the hottest thing to ever come out of Canada. Please welcome Jade Nicole.
How are you? Nice to meet you.
And also, Brian, why don't you say hello to your coach? Daniel, come on out here.
Hello there.
Oh, hello, Daniel.
Hello there.
How are you?
See ya.
Now, Jade, you are from Canada. Daniel, you're from Canada, but you have no allegiance here, okay? Let's remember that, okay? You're working
I don't
with Brian. You're
know.
coaching Brian. There's just a couple simple rules. You can converse, you can talk about, but you just cannot show him the hand, okay? And also, Brian, you have 1 timeout card to utilize at any point throughout the match.
Gotcha.
Okay?
You got it.
You're taking the first step toward $1 million right now. It is time to play round 1 of PokerStars.net $1 Million Challenge. Jade is playing for the Society for Prevention of Cruelty to Animals, looking to earn $5,000.
So you're going to become a professional poker player, I hear?
Yes.
That's your new
Well,
thing?
I'm trying.
Uh-huh.
That's what I'm doing right now. All In Magazine is training me with a different world professional every month.
I know a guy, he's a really good teacher.
You? I know, and you're Canadian. You have to teach me.
Okay, we can make that
And
happen.
then maybe I can beat you.
You sound like you're a ringer.
We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Jade looks down at Queen Deuce offsuit.
And I'm going to race.
Raises to 1,600. Brian likes what he sees. And his cards aren't bad either. Pocket kings.
Double bet. I'm gonna re-raise. Let's do 32.
Okay, you're gonna make it 32 total.
Remember, Daniel can coach, but he can't look at Brian's cards.
Just like
Really?
that.
Just like
Bam.
that? You're going to throw it in like that?
1,600 more.
All right.
How you like them apples?
I love them, actually.
Huh?
Jade makes the call.
Do you like apples?
Love apples.
To the flop. 6-8-3, no help to Jade. Brian's kings are still the best
Bet.
hand.
6,000.
6,000. We ain't joking around now.
You know, I don't think that you have anything at all.
But neither do you.
But neither do I.
Okay.
It's not worth it.
Jade folds and Brian takes down the first pot. If he can keep it up, he'll be going to the Bahamas to watch Daniel and Jade take on the world's best poker players at the PokerStars.net Caribbean Adventure, a trip worth $5,000. Brian looking down at Queen 4 suited.
Raise.
He's going to raise.
2,000.
2,000 more to Jade Nicole, 10-5 offsuit. Not a great hand, but she'll make the call.
Let's play one.
Got a hand.
We'll see another flop. A 7 and 2/8. Both players whiff.
I'll check.
It's a must bet.
Absolutely.
I don't even know what he has, but he's got to bet.
You do have to bet.
4,000.
4,000 sounds like the perfect number.
Nice and even. Nice and even, Steven.
Brian listens to Daniel and bets 4,000.
See, we're starting to figure you out a little bit now. Uh-huh.
Jade folds.
I thought so. Uh-huh. You know what's happening right here, right?
Trying to pick it up.
You're picking up on the pattern?
Brian and Daniel
Okay.
in charge thus far.
I figured something out about you.
Did you?
Yeah, big time.
Let's see if Jade comes up with a new strategy, or will Brian's $1 million march continue? Find out after this.
$1 million could still be yours. So far, 2 seats are taken at the final table.
Please welcome Father Andrew Trapp.
Prayers were answered as America's favorite poker-playing priest went on a miraculous run.
This is a close one.
Can't even look.
$100,000.
1 week later,
What is your major malfunction?
Sergeant Denny Luna took down a playmate and a world champ. And tossed in a few push-ups on his way to the final show.
He's too fast. I didn't come out here to get a workout.
And there is still time for you to win $1 million. To qualify, log on to www.pokerstars.net. There are free qualifying tournaments every day.
There is our first $100,000 winner, Father Andrew Trapp from South Carolina, wondering who might be his competition for $1 million. Maybe it'll be Brian Barbosa from Raynham, Massachusetts. He's played well so far. Holds a chip lead over 2008 Playmate of the Year, Jade Nicole. And Brian is getting coached by Daniel Negreanu, who can't look at Brian's hole cards.
Are we like in your head now that we know how you play and stuff? Is that like messing
Not
with you?
really, no.
You're not scared all of a sudden?
It takes a lot to get me nervous. So,
Really?
Yeah. After posing for Playboy, it kind of.
Yeah, I guess that would like.
Good point.
Kind of takes away any type of nervousness that you
Inhibitions
have,
and all that.
Yeah, it takes a lot now.
Jade clearly trying to distract Brian from the game at hand as he looks down at King 7 suited.
I'm gonna raise.
That's it. No time to ease up.
I'm gonna go all in.
There you go, at this point.
Brian keeping the pressure on. Puts Jade all in, but she's got a pretty good hand.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Jade's ace high is the best hand right now, but Brian does have 2 live cards.
Oh, she got the best hand. Good call.
Thank you.
Gotta go with an ace.
Good call.
You gotta do that with
You
king
know,
seven.
if you didn't go all in, I was going to go all in anyways.
Call you anyways.
If Brian gets lucky, the match is over.
Get some clubs.
Okay, this is your chance right here. Bahamas.
Bahamas.
If he wins this hand, he is off to the Caribbean.
She'll be there anyway.
That's a good point.
I'll send you a postcard.
Love the trash talk.
So cold.
Here we go with the flop. 9, 6, 10.
All right. Kind of a weird flop. Now you need a king. You don't need a 7. You need her 8.
An 8 would complete a straight for Brian.
King's the one we want.
Give me a king.
Or
ask
ace.
so much.
Or 2 more hearts.
I don't ask so much in life. It's a king.
Just the king? That's all he wants.
That's it.
Well, I want an ace.
Brian needs a king or an 8. The turn is a jack.
Jack, now you could use a queen.
Queen.
All right? A queen will make you the straight. It's, the 8, the king,
We're just gonna get like a 3.
the 3.
We're gonna be like a 3.
That's a boring card. We need a king.
You know, but
I want this to be exciting.
right now, the boring really kind of works for me.
Yeah, I guess it would,
You
right?
know?
I need a little excitement right here.
With a king, queen, or an 8, Brian kisses the playmate goodbye. The river, a queen.
Great. Unbelievable. You won, buddy.
Whoa!
Brian Barbosa is off to the Bahamas.
I don't know what happened there.
How about that?
You played good.
Well, it's straight on the river, and you're heading straight to the Bahamas. Not too bad, huh?
Not too bad, and I mean, it's a trip for 2, so.
Yeah, I mean,
If she's looking the other direction, she's like, so I hope you find somebody to take.
I can't believe you got that lucky. You beat me. Just get out of here. That's what you say.
Hey, congratulations. So now you are moving on to the next round, and better yet, you are guaranteed a trip to watch Daniel and the world's greatest poker players at the PokerStars.net Caribbean Adventure in the Bahamas. That prize, including travel and airfare, valued at $5,000. Not bad.
Not bad.
That is yours to keep, my friend.
Thank you, sir.
How about getting $25,000 in cash? You want to try that as well?
Absolutely.
Brian Barbosa moving on to the next round when we come back. Great job.
In less than 20 minutes, we will give you at home the password to enter a free tournament on PokerStars.net. The winner will get $20,000. So stick around and you could take home some cash tonight, too. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to PokerStars.net $1 Million Challenge. Here's your host, Chris Rhodes.
All right, back now with Brian Barbosa from Raynham, Massachusetts. Kind of a whirlwind of emotions in that first match against Jade Nicole.
I thought I was down and out, but caught some cards at the end, and hey, I'm going to the Bahamas.
I like it. But before you continue to chase the money, let's meet a couple of your poker buddies you brought along for the ride. You got Miles and Cliff that are here. And Cliff, how much does this guy love poker?
He likes poker a lot. Over the summer, we were at a beach bar down in Cape Cod, and I noticed him at a table, sitting with a girl, and he abruptly got up, and I said, where are you going? He goes, I have an online poker tournament I have to be in. And he left. Maybe that's why he's single still, but then again, that's why we're here.
Okay, all right. So interesting decision there. Let's see if your decisions at the tables are maybe a little bit better. Guys, we're going to send you off to the Poker Buddies room where you'll see the whole cards and know everything our viewers at home do. So go ahead and enjoy the match. Okay, now we're going to make the decision very easy for you because now you get to sit at the table with a beautiful lady that happens to be excellent at poker. She is super smart. She graduated from Duke University in less than 3 years. She has won more than $2 million on the felt. You ready to meet her?
I'm ready to meet her.
Let's bring out Vanessa Russo.
How you doing?
Hi, Vanessa. How are you?
good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, you're not only taking on Brian, you're taking on Daniel, who obviously is not here. That's because, guys, he is right over there in our isolation booth. It's kind of like Big Brother. And Daniel, you can actually see Brian's whole cards on the monitor. You're wearing a headset so you can communicate with him because he's wearing an earpiece. Vanessa, you can actually shut him up. There's a nifty little way. You've got a button over here. You can hit it twice throughout the match. Go ahead and hit it. It is our dome of silence. And when you hit that, all communication between Daniel and Brian is cut off.
Okay.
Daniel, give me the thumbs up. Can you talk to Brian?
Brian, you can hear me okay?
I can hear you.
Vanessa, you got the rules?
Yep.
All right, you're fighting it out for $25,000. It is time to play round 2 of PokerStars.net $1 Million Challenge. Brian Barbosa says if he wins the million, he plans on retiring, but first he's got to beat 2 of the best poker players in the world in Vanessa Russo and Daniel Negreanu to even have a chance. If Vanessa can stop Brian, she'll win $5,000 for her charity.
So you've already got the trip to the Bahamas under the belt?
Got the trip to the Bahamas under the belt, so now the pressure's off. Just how about having fun right now and see what happens.
Well, Brian's probably not going too far with 8-3 offsuit.
Look away for a better spot than that hand.
You don't like it, do you? It doesn't look like you like it.
I hate it.
And Brian folds.
That was like,
Had a big frown on my
you
face.
sighed right away, man. You can't sigh like that when you look at your cards.
We're just setting her up, don't worry. If you could patent that sigh when you had something really good, then we'd have something going here with this combo.
Remember, Daniel can see Brian's hole cards and talk in his ear. Vanessa cannot hear Daniel during the hand. Vanessa picks up pocket tens.
I absolutely must silence Daniel.
Ooh, Vanessa invokes the Dome of Silence, so Brian will not be able to hear Daniel for the rest of this hand.
All right, let's see. I'm all in.
Vanessa's all in. Brian looks down at King Jack suited, a pretty good hand.
Awfully tempting.
What the heck? Just go for it. Come on.
Think so?
I could be full of it. I could have 8-3.
I don't think you're full of it.
No?
You don't look like the type.
I don't look like the type to be full of it?
No.
That's great. Actually, you know, that's funny. Most people say that I look like a bluffer, and they always think I'm bluffing.
I know you want me to. I know you want me to. I'm gonna fold it. It was a good hand. I'm folding it.
Okay.
Vanessa tried to get Brian to call, but he laid down a pretty good hand. Vanessa off to an early chip lead. And Daniel has noticed something. He thinks that Vanessa is reading his lips, so he has busted out the John Gruden play calling card to block his face. Vanessa gets a little kick out of that. She looks at ace-6 offsuit. Makes the call. Brian with queen deuce.
You know what? I don't think she's that strong. I don't even mind if you push it all in right here. Really, it couldn't be a bad play. She's probably gonna fold, and you'll pick up 4,000. If not, you got a queen.
No, don't. It's trouble.
Remember, Cliff and Miles can see all the cards.
I'm gonna go all in.
I call.
Oh no! Oh no! She set a trap.
Oh no! Oh, she called.
Bad news for Brian.
What she got?
Brian does have 2 live cards, but he's in deep trouble.
All right, not so bad. We got a chance.
60-40.
Really close. I feel a queen's coming for sure.
That's right.
Queen is definitely coming this time. 100% guarantee. Queen of spades.
Can I silence you again? This thing doesn't work. I hate it when Daniel calls cards. He's really good at it.
Queen of spades, buddy. That's what's coming.
Brian's gonna have to get awfully lucky to stay alive in this match. The flop. The queen of spades. Unreal.
Did I say queen of spades? I said queen of spades.
Daniel's amazing card calling comes through.
Nice. I knew it.
Told you. When Daniel calls cards, it's 6.
Woo!
Yes.
All right, now we got to worry about that ace.
Still some aces left.
2 little ace of spades. Come on.
If Brian's queen holds up, he'll take a commanding chip lead. The turn, 2 pair.
It's all over now. Queen's up, right?
Brian takes it down.
Good job, my man. Now we're in the driver's seat.
The river card is a meaningless 10.
I know it was scary being all in with queen deuce, right?
2 pair.
You got to have guts.
It took guts to listen to Daniel and push with queen high, but Brian's glad he did.
I feel pretty good right now.
You should. You're a big favorite. I'd have to get really lucky.
Brian with a commanding chip lead in the match. In fact, Vanessa is down to just 6,000 chips, and with the blinds at 2,000 and 4,000, she has no choice but to go all in before she even sees her cards. Looks at 8-5 offsuit, and yeah, she's all in.
Okay, you know you can't fold no matter what, right?
I'm calling.
Brian had no choice but to call. Turns over Jack 8 and has Vanessa dominated.
I run bad.
Boston Brian living the poker player's dream. He has one of the best players in the world in really bad shape.
Daniel, call a 5. Come on, just one time, make it fun.
You need a 5?
Call it a 5. Call a 5. Come on, he's dominating. At least call a 5.
No.
one time.
Now, see, now you're begging. I can't. No. No 5s.
That's it. There's never going to be a 5 now.
Brian really doesn't want to see a 5 on the board. Here comes the flop.
6, 7, 4. Come on, go slow. One at a time.
Vanessa rooting for a straight.
6?
6? Are you kidding me?
Oh,
There's the jack.
That's just no fun
Brian
at all.
hits his jack.
No 7 here. No 7.
A 7 would give Vanessa a straight.
I have outs.
Brian Barbosa's now 2 cards away from winning the match and deciding whether to take on Daniel for 100 grand.
Come on, no 7s. No 7s.
16% chance of there being a 7. 8% chance that it's on the turn. Let's see.
Vanessa knows the odds are against her. The turn, a 3 of diamonds. No help.
I'm so bad at this game.
One more card, man.
If this 31-year-old salesman can avoid a 7 on the river,
No 7.
he'll pocket $25,000 and perhaps continue his journey toward $1 million. The river's a king.
There we go.
Brian wins again.
Oh! 25 G's.
Brian Barbosa, the winner of $25,000. Come on out here, Vanessa. Come on. $25,000 you have now won at the poker table. When I say that, has it sunk in at all?
It's sunk in a little bit, but I mean, I'm on cloud 9 right now and I feel good.
That's great. So now the big question is, do you keep the 25 grand or do you turn that in for a chance to play for $100,000 and perhaps $1 million? I know it's weighing on your brain, and I want the answer right after this commercial break.
Good job.
Excellent.
Welcome back to PokerStars.net $1 Million Challenge. Later tonight, there will be a $20,000 free roll tournament on PokerStars.net. To play, go to the website and enter the password JADE in all capital letters. JADE. It's free, and $20,000 goes to the winner. The action begins 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, and the only way to win is to play.
Welcome back to PokerStars.net $1 Million Challenge. Brian Barbosa out of Raynham, Massachusetts. Congratulations, you just won $25,000. That is yours to keep, unless you want to keep playing poker. If so, you turn it in. You could be playing Daniel for $100,000 and maybe a shot at $1 million. So I know a lot is going on through your brain right now. So why don't we get a little assistance? Let's turn this way, check in on your poker buddies. Miles, Cliff, you there?
Hey, Chris.
We're here.
All right, so Brian is faced with a decision. Guys, what does he do?
Well, based on the way he played the first hand, I wouldn't go if I were him. But, he played Vanessa pretty strong right there, and I don't think Daniel stands a chance.
Cliff, what do you think?
Bobes, you know, with $1 million, you could probably finally get a girlfriend. So, go for it.
I love it.
Go for it.
I love it. All right, guys, thank you very much. So not only dollars and cents, but social advice as well here on the show.
Unbelievable.
Here's the deal. Daniel, his charity doesn't make any money unless you sit down at that poker table and play him one-on-one right now. But that really shouldn't factor into your decision.
$25,000 is a lot of money, but I came out to LA. I came out to go to a game show to win $1 million, not $25,000. So I'm going to go for it.
I love it.
That a boy.
Good move. Anybody want to go play a little heads-up poker for $100,000? Let's go. I like it. I like it. Great decision. So you've turned in the $25,000 for a chance at $100,000. Daniel, best of luck to your charity. Brian, more importantly, best of luck to you. If you win this, you pocket $100 grand, and we will see you in our final show in December, perhaps for a shot at $1 million. You ready?
I'm ready.
Let's play the next round of PokerStars.net $1 Million Challenge. One heads-up match stands between Brian Barbosa and $100,000.
Good luck, man.
You know, life's a gamble. Let's see what happens.
Brian with 6-7 offsuit
I call?
makes the call. Daniel, who's playing for $10,000 for the Lily Claire Foundation, looks down at 7-4 offsuit.
Okay, let's see a flop.
Daniel checks. We go to the flop, which is Queen 6-4. Both players get a piece of it.
Bet 8.
Daniel bets 800 with his 4s.
Call?
Brian calls with his 6s.
Pair of 6s, right? You?
Wow.
Oh, what I have?
Yeah, you-
I don't remember, Daniel.
Pair of 6s. You don't remember. All right.
Brian must feel overmatched. A jack on the turn.
Check.
Check by Daniel.
Check.
Check by Brian. A 9 on the river.
Check.
I'll check.
Pair of 4s.
Pair of 6s.
I know. I already told you I know.
Good mind reader.
Despite Daniel's great read, Brian takes down the first pot of the match.
Yep. Right on your forehead, the big old 6.
Brian Barbosa off to the early chip lead, but perhaps Daniel's winning the mind games. Daniel looks at queen 6.
I'm gonna make it 16.
Raises to 1600. Brian with ace 5 offsuit. Reaching for chips.
8 more. Cheap. Nothing crazy. Or you want to re-raise? Is that what you're thinking?
That's what I want to do.
You want to re-raise, right?
Maybe re-raising you. How do you feel about that?
I don't think it's a good move too often because you're not in position. I got this, right? The
Yeah.
button, that's powerful. It means I get to go last on every street.
Yeah.
And, you know, you don't want to make the pot bigger out of position. It's usually a mistake. Just saying.
It's good advice. I'm gonna raise it to 32.
What?
Brian raising anyway to 32.
All right. I'm going to call.
Daniel makes the call. We'll see a flop.
Don't put no ace or no king out there or nothing like that.
Daniel's amazing. Well, there's the ace.
Oh, put the ace out.
Is it good for you or good for me?
I think it's good for you.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, Daniel's right again.
32?
Yeah, I think it's good for you. You take it. Nice hand.
Brian rakes in another pot. And even though Daniel seems to know all the cards, he's going to have to hit a few in order to win the match.
You're just running right over me. It's easy, huh?
Piece of cake.
Easy game.
Yeah, right.
Beat me every pot.
I think we saw those first 2 rounds. It wasn't easy for me.
I know, I was on your side, remember? Those days are over.
Can the pupil finish off his mentor and win $100,000? Find out when we come back.
Welcome back to PokerStars.net $1 Million Challenge.
Amateur Brian Barbosa is in the poker game of his life. Heads up against Daniel Negreanu. He's in the lead and looking to win $100,000. But Daniel is far from out and is just one big pot away from turning this match around.
You know, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. I couldn't have started worse. Bodes well for my finish.
The blinds are at 1 and 2,000. Brian looking down at ace 4 offsuit. Daniel studying intently.
A raise? 4,000 total?
Brian makes it 4,000. Daniel looking down at a huge hand, ace jack.
Here's good news and bad news for you, okay? Good news is, this is your chance right here to win $100,000. Bad news is, I got a really good hand. So, I'm all in.
He's all in.
That's 8,000, 9,000, 10,400.
It's another 6,400 to Brian.
Don't call. Don't do it. We talked about this. Aces with bad kickers.
In the Poker Buddies room, Brian's pals can see all the cards, but he's flying solo.
I'm in your head right now, you know? I was in your ear, now I'm in your head.
Yeah. Can't get you out of my head right now. Let's gamble, huh, man?
This is your shot. Your shot at 100.
He calls.
All right.
Oh. Got me dominated.
You got ace 4? All right.
Brian sees the bad news.
Good luck. 4 hits, you win 100,000. It's that simple.
Yeah.
Like Daniel says, if Brian can hit a 4, he's going home with $100,000 and a seat at our final table. The flop, 2-3-3.
Oh
There's
no,
a 2.
that's not a good flop. Because now he can catch a 2 for 2 pair, catch a 5, 4, blah, all kinds of bad stuff. Backdoor flushes, everything. Blah, can I get another flop? That was no good. Okay, we need a jack.
Boston Bride needs a little help here.
You got a lot of outs. Don't like that board.
Give me one of them.
Brian can split the pot with a deuce and win it with a 4 or a 5. The turn is a deuce.
Oh no! That always seems to happen. All right, I need a jack.
Thank God.
Just don't put a 4 or a 5 up. That would be really dirty.
With a 4 or 5, Brian wins the match and $100,000. Daniel needs a jack to double up. Otherwise, they split the pot. The river is a 7.
All right, split it up.
Woo!
Phew. Yeah.
Brian gets lucky with the split and keeps Daniel from doubling up.
Split pot. We'll take it. Split pot. We'll take it.
Brian maintains his 3-1 chip advantage over Daniel, who looks down at 8 deuce suited.
Okay, I'm gonna call.
Daniel calls. Brian with jack deuce checks. We'll see a flop. 8-3 jack. Daniel hits middle pair, but Brian hits top pair. This could get interesting.
4,000.
All you can eat, baby. All in.
Daniel pushes
84.
all in with 8.
Yep.
I gotta call it.
All right, you got a jack?
And here we go again.
Good hand. Oh, and he's got a deuce, too. Good hand.
A great spot for Brian as he's got Daniel all in with the worst hand.
Got him! Okay, we're in bad shape here.
Depends which way you look at it.
Daniel's only outs are the 2 remaining 8s. If Brian avoids them, he pockets $100 grand. The turn, a 4.
Come on, 8 one time. I don't want him to have 100,000. He's just gonna go to a beach and spend it on dumb stuff.
Oh, man. It's a lot of money.
No 8s.
Brian Barbosa on an amazing run. He took down Jade Nicole, upset Vanessa Russo. Now he waits for the most important river card of his life. A king! Woo! It's over. He did it!
Thanks, man. Appreciate it. $100,000.
Oh my God.
Brian Barbosa, the winner of $100,000. Any idea what $100,000 feels like?
I do now.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude, unbelievable.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
His poker buddies, Miles and Cliff.
Nice job.
Here, come around here, guys. Come on.
That ace-jack,
my
ace-4
God.
was a big one.
Hey, Brian, weren't you telling me before the show both your boys were dogging you? They felt like you couldn't win anything up here?
That's exactly what they were saying. They said I had no business going on this show. Somehow you got on, you got lucky, and hey, I'm $100,000 richer.
Guess what? You come back in our show in December, our final show, and you're going to have a chance perhaps to play for $1 million. How's that sound?
Unbelievable.
Guys, enjoy the ride as well. You're also one step closer, according to Cliff, to maybe getting a girlfriend as well. So that away, job well done. Another amazing night here in our studio for Michelle Nunes and all of our players, our celebrities, and our poker pros, and of course the legendary Daniel Negreanu as well. I am Chris Rose. We'll see you at the table next time for the PokerStars.net $1 Million Challenge. Have a great night, everybody.
Don't forget, tonight there will be a $20,000 free roll tournament on PokerStars.net. To play, go to the website and enter the password JADE in all capital letters. That's JADE, Jayde. Guest rooms for contestants were furnished by the Sheraton Universal, the Hotel of the Stars.
Who's buying the drinks tonight?
This guy.
Yeah, that's right.